Alright everyone, now is the next step. I promised this the other day. The next step in activism running up to the 2024 election. This is something that you should be doing on an ongoing basis. There is a link in the description. This is Scott Presler's website. Of all of the people, other than maybe Steve Bannon and a handful of others that work, more on the donor side of things as opposed to the grassroots side, Scott Presler has done arguably more activism over the last few years than anyone else. He's constantly doing speaking engagements, for example, and organizes people to harvest ballots now, among other things, to get people registered to vote. Some people, may not know how to register to vote. Well, go to this website, or you can give a DM to him on Twitter. He's not hard to find. And this is the next stage of self-improvement. What I have stressed for years now is that you do have to turn out and go vote. We're talking just on the civic level here. You do have to turn out and go vote. I know that there are people who are gung-ho for a candidate, and then at the last minute they don't show up, and it's always, bewildering why people do that, especially when they sometimes they proclaim huge skin in the game. Our republic will die if candidate A loses. Oh, but it's raining out. Damn it. Well, I guess maybe in a couple of years. You do have to do that. Also, you have to try to improve yourself and to spread awareness in the online sense. These are all perfectly fine things to do. Online activism's great. The internet does help to organize things more, but you also have to do in-person work. Now, I'm currently residing in the Netherlands. Activism on the internet is basically the end-all be-all of what I can do at the moment. So I'm going to refer you to a resource that is capable of helping you a little bit more. Again, he gets people together physically to go around and go ballot harvest at this point. I don't know how many people volunteer to help him wherever he goes, but it's probably in the thousands. So definitely one of the more heavy hitters when it comes to voter registration, ballots in general, giving people, information, getting them active with regards to the upcoming election. The reason that I'm making this video is this. There will be shenanigans in the 2024 election. The fact is, we're already seeing them happen. We've already seen the precedent-breaking 250 years of civic tradition gone, dead. The Democrats have killed that. The indictment of a former president of the United States. It's happened now twice on the state and federal level, so Trump breaking all sorts of records as usual. We're seeing the lying of the American public by the FBI. We can make that an objective statement. We know that they lied about the Hunter Biden laptop. We've got a ream of evidence for that. They're currently lying with regards to Biden's business dealing because the Uniparty is right now in protective mode. Now, they're not doing this because they feel confident. They're doing this because they feel afraid. What does an afraid, cornered animal do? It lashes out. It tries to break out, and then sometimes that involves attacking. The deep state and Uniparty would not be going as far as it has gone if it weren't afraid, because there would be no reason to. You don't rock the boat if everything's fine. You maintain the course. If you've got 51% of the population's feeling hunky-dory, there's nothing major going on, all is seemingly calm, you maintain. You don't indict a former president. You don't massively crack down on free speech online. You do that because you're afraid, because there's an uprising citizens movement, a grassroots populistic movement that seeks to undermine your paying basis with your corporate allies and your bankster cronyist buddies and to stop globalism. But there is such a movement, and it's more than in the United States. Why do you think that the Dutch government is acting so ham-handed right now? They're worried about people pushing back against plans for the European megacity more than anything else. You're going to need to take those farms if you're going to build all those highways and extra high-speed trains to link up the entire Netherlands and Belgium and part of Germany into a super city, You're going to need a lot of effort, a lot of infrastructure. What do you think is happening in look at Ireland. They're trying to do the same thing there now. Look at Britain. Oh, wait, they've always been kind of dystopian and bureaucratic and dysfunctional. We'll leave that one alone. It's happening all over the place. There is a worldwide effort to stop what is currently happening, which is a trend towards tyranny. A trend towards permanently stagnated, oligarchic-style, unipartyist governments which all work together to screw one another's civilians out of their money and to keep them reasonably complacent. So 51% of the population feels okay. Okay, that's tolerable. So most people suffering to some degree or another, everyone lowering their expectations because of the climate grift or the Hong Kong medical grift or something like that. We've got to lock down society in anticipation of the next Black Plague coming. Clankers can help this process. A few hundred people would make a huge world of difference, considering the multiplication effect Scott Presler seems to have when he organizes things. 100 people probably account for 10,000 votes or some insane total like that. We're probably entering an election where, absent any honkening, the Republican Party should carry it easily because we're likely to be in a recession at the time, and the sitting steward, Joe Biden, isn't really capable of campaigning and so far has shown a reluctance to even bother trying. He's not really capable of making a soaring speech. Sometimes he's not capable of moving across a goddamn stage. Should be easy, you would think. But the Republicans love to self-sabotage. There are elements within the GOP. By the way, Trump is likely to be nominee. There are plenty of Republicans, we saw it with the Adam Schiff vote yesterday, who are willing to side directly and explicitly with Democrats as long as it means not promoting Orange Man. The number of surrogates and proxies Trump would have in 24 will be less than he had in the last couple of elections, I can assure you, because there are more people that, on the political level, that want to sit it out. That doesn't mean that there's not plenty of grassroots human support on the ground among the people. It means that the political proxies and stuff, those won't be there. The donor money won't be there. So we're going to need more activism. We're going to have to turn it into even more of a grassroots movement than it was in 2016 in order to promote it, in order to fuck the uniparty. It is the ultimate fuck you of the system. To renominate him is the second biggest fuck you. The biggest one is re-electing him. I strongly suspect Trump will be nominee, although Presler is more of just a Republican. He would continue his efforts no matter who the nominee was, in my opinion. Unless it's maybe like, if it's someone really bad like Christie, if he managed to, I don't know if he would remain a Republican for very long. He's actually got some principles. So yeah. earlyvoteaction.com. Link in the description. You can get also email listings and shit like that. And you can check the site out. You can DM him if you need to. He posts frequently on Twitter, and he's got some good takes as well. An intelligent man. So definitely one of the stars of actual grassroots activism that we've seen arrive in the last few decades. That's about all. Peace out.